Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube video today for Tuesday, January 23rd, 2024, and let's get right into it. Yeah, I don't really know why I decided to do the YouTuber intro today, but just felt like it, Just woke up, went to my car, and just said, you know what? I'm gonna do a bit. And does that mean the bit is gonna succeed? No. Sometimes you just go for something, even though you know you're not gonna get the most favorable outcome for it. And ouchie, my eyes. It's actually quite bright today. I said on the forecast it was going to be 2 weeks straight of rain. Well, it seems we have a little bit of a pause in that right now at the moment because I'm getting a little bit of sunshine action at the moment right now. I am not in eternal damnation of the old forecast of drizzling rain for the next 14 days. But I wouldn't call it today too productive so far, but productive as in I went to the dentist this morning at a 9:30 appointment. I went to the dentist and I heard the greatest news of all. He said, after doing a little bit of a checkup, it seems your teeth are in good condition, so keep it up. And the moment I heard just keep it up, I was like, yeah. Actually, I did hear one thing. He said, I might need to start wearing a night guard, which means I'm gonna have to start wearing a little mouthpiece when I go to bed because it seems I'm just too money hungry because he said I'm still grinding in my sleep right now. Is that an original joke? No, I've read that joke at least like 18 times on the internet within the past year probably. But each time it's still one of those memes where I'm just like, like mentally though, I don't actually have any sort of visible expression or any audible cue that I actually enjoyed that meme, but every time I do see it, in my mind I go, that's pretty funny actually. But yeah, I'm a teeth grinder apparently. Not to the worst extent where I need to do it urgently, but he said he would rather recommend it now when I'm younger versus having it be a problem a decade or when I get older in the future. So I think I have a night guard that I think I bought. Or actually, I don't think I have a bought it. I think somebody else in my family bought it, but they didn't wear it because they bought something else and they wore that instead. So that should still be brand spanking new in the packaging. So maybe I'll start doing that. The one thing I always hated, like having something in my mouth while I go to sleep, like for example, like a retainer, is that like, I don't know if I can fix it like subconsciously or maybe I can do it actively and like it kind of makes it better, but I would always drool a lot if I were to have something in my mouth while sleeping. Like I remember when I had my retainer, even having my retainer in my mouth while I slept, I for some reason would always just open my mouth. Like, and when I woke up in the middle of then I realized I drooled hella on my pillowcase, which is, not the most pleasant thing to wake up to now, right? I mean, there's obviously worse things you can wake up to, but a drooled on pillowcase is definitely not something I would wish upon somebody saying, hey, I wish this would happen to you. Definitely would be something I wouldn't wish upon somebody. Unless it was like an enemy, then I'd be like, oh yeah, hope you drool on your pillowcase and then you roll it. Okay, maybe I'm getting a little bit too graphic right now, but that is the case. Teeth, been going pretty well if I were to say so myself. I've been back on that daily floss grind, which again, no matter how many times I do it, it's still pretty annoying. Like I don't ever go, oh boy, can't wait to floss. It's always, oh, gotta go floss, or I'll lose my teeth in 26 years, which is a pretty good motivation. Like, I like my teeth. I like having teeth. And I remember, like, always having those humbling moments, like, say if I were to get, like, a cavity or, like a chipped filling or something like that. Having those moments where I realize how sensitive, how important our teeth are, too, or I guess my mouth in general, really puts into perspective of making sure you keep up with your dental hygiene and health. Yes, I don't have dental insurance, but for a biannual checkup and cleaning, minus the fact that, like, I like to think about it this way. I get my biannual cleanings twice a year. Those are about $150. Again, not cheap. But I like to think of it as like an investment right now where I spend $300 per year and I personally keep up my own dental hygiene as well. Brush twice a day, floss every day, and just make sure, I maintain my dental upkeep to the point where I probably don't have to pay several $1,000s for a procedure in the future if I keep up my dental health currently. That's what at least I'm telling myself for the time being. For all we know, health in life is always unlucky to some people, and someday you just can't avoid it. You can do everything right, and then one day you go, oh no, my teeth exploded. I'm gonna have to pay $46,000 to get them all replaced. Hopefully that doesn't happen to me, and hopefully that doesn't happen to anybody else. But sometimes things are just unlucky, but I like to at least live with the fact that I did my best on my own part to make sure that doesn't happen. And again, today, I wouldn't say I was anxious, but every time I go to the dentist, even though it's twice a year to get my cleaning done, unless, minus last year when I had to get my wisdom teeth taken out, so that was a little extra money that I had to spend, and a couple other visits also. But just hearing the words of, hey, your teeth look good, you should keep it up. I'm always extremely proud to hear that, because I really, again, I don't enjoy it. It's not like I love brushing my teeth. I love flossing my teeth, but I love the idea that that extra 10 minutes of dedication I just had to add to my day. Actually, it's more close to 20. Flossing takes me quite a while, if I'm being honest. I think flossing actually takes me about 15 minutes at times if I were to just take it nice and slow and make sure I get thoroughly every single tooth right. You got to really get in there. Got to get into those gums too, because if your gums aren't healthy, your teeth aren't going to be healthy. It's not just about your teeth. What does your teeth reside in? The mouth. And what else does your teeth reside in? The gums. So if flossing aids in the old gum health, I will gladly do that, because I will gladly make sure I maintain the health of the root, the basis of my teeth, so that I can remain healthy. Ooh. And I remember last year too is when I finally started thinking like I should start flossing daily as much as possible. Did I make it a whole year flossing every day? No, but I did my best, all right, which was a huge improvement from a person that quite literally never flossed in his life. Like, I think before last year, collectively, I probably flossed for less than 30 times up until that point in my life. And I'm not joking about that. I think the only time I ever flossed on my own, minus all the times, you get it done at like the dentist's office or the orthodontist's office, was probably 30, which is insane to think about that. That's how little I flossed. Am I allowed to go? Thank you. I am allowed to go. Whee! They're doing some road work over here. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm talking about, but whenever like construction vehicles or like road workers, they have those trucks with the upside down cones, like the upside down traffic cones in the front to like, stack in storage, right? It always makes me laugh though, because it looks like the truck has fangs on it, which I know, random thought, but every time I see it, every time I drive by, I'm like, haha, fang truck. Or like walrus truck, that's what I think of. But yeah, make sure you brush your teeth and make sure you floss, all right? And any new habit that you try to incorporate into your life, you don't have to do it like gung-ho from the start. Like, I mean, it does help, because sometimes when I do that, I do feel a little bit more motivated, where I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna go all out. But then I also feel like it's easier to burn out if you go all out in the beginning. So take it at a slow pace. Like, am I employed by Big Teeth to sell you my YouTuber branded floss to you? No, not yet, at least. But I would definitely recommend people to floss. Like, I feel like it's like one of those things where it's not very expensive, and just for 5 to 10 minutes of your day, maybe 20 at times, if you're being real thorough with it, that extra little time commitment you make per day can make your future so much better and so much more pain-free, apparently. Like, I can't say from experience that my flossing at the moment is gonna magically change my life, but who knows, maybe 20 years later I thank myself that 20 years ago me decided to floss every day starting from 2023. Ooh, that is my light. I think I can catch it. It's one of those suspicious green lights where I'm just like, you're staying on for a little bit too long. Ooh, we almost had a little bit of a fender bender over here. Oh, everybody's turning right over here for some. Oh, this person too? Everybody turning right now. But yeah, take your vitamins, eat plenty of food, drink your water. You need electrolytes. Damn, it's starting to sound like those like fitness influencers are just like, if you don't do number five tips that you will need to gain muscle. Number 1, buy my program. But yeah, nutrition is important. Your body is important. You should treat it as the best you should. It's just like, oh god, I always hate using the car analogy, but like, you know how you give your car your oil change and you gotta give it gas, it's really gas that fits it. Because you got premium, you got regular. Other maintenance too. Make sure you treat your vehicle, your body, the best they can be. Oh man, I am sore today, but I think I'm gonna hit legs today. I'm gonna do my cardio. I think that's gonna be my safe bet from now on. I'm always gonna go in to do my cardio. And after my cardio, if I feel good, do the lift. If I don't feel good, we leave. But I did wear shorts today in expectance that I might hit legs today as like a little treat where I can see my legs while I work out. So let's see what happens. Emergency. Both of my calves just cramped getting into the car, and I literally just had to sit there for like 15 seconds just straightening my legs outside of the car. You know how goofy that looks with the car door open, both legs sticking out straight? Oh, I had another emergency at the gym today. No, I did not poop myself. I had the stinky water bottle problem. I completely forgot I didn't wash my water bottle yesterday, so it was just sitting there on my desk overnight with a little bit of water left over on it, and that's after a full day of usage. I went to the gym and back, had the entire usage at home, and I completely forgot to wash my water bottle, because usually what I do is my little nighttime routine, like this isn't like right before I go to bed, but I usually do this around like 7 or 8. I meal prep my breakfast in advance because I've been eating the same breakfast for a couple of days now, which is overnight oats and chia seeds with a double scoop of protein powder, a sprinkle of salt, blueberries, hemp hearts. Yeah, so basically Costco doesn't have my yogurt anymore, so instead of eating a 1 scoop of protein with a serving of yogurt, I just been doing double scoop of protein. But yeah, ignore that. So usually during that time, I make my breakfast ahead of time, and then that's usually the time I take to wash my water bottle and let it dry out overnight, so that I have a fresh, not stinky water bottle for the next day. And then I forgot, and funny thing is I filled this up with water today too, because I didn't even really think about it, I just forgot. Ugh. One thing that you always got to remember, everybody, is that moisture in any sort of food source, whether any sort of bacteria-filled thing, and let's just say, you know, we have bacteria in our mouths that are also there to, you know, sustain life and also break down food and the such. But that bacteria can proliferate in a very damp environment, which a water bottle is one of the perfect hosts to grow a lot of bacteria and gross things at. And today I had the great reminder that, yeah, I should wash my water bottle because my lips touch it, the outside world probably touches it. A lot of things mingle and mangle inside, and then boom, you get stinky water bottle. And that didn't ruin my day though. Definitely didn't make my day better, but I might be a little bit underhydrated for the time being, because only water I drank during my workout was from the water fountain. And the water pressure in those water fountains aren't the best in the world, if I'm being honest. They are not the best in the world at all. But without further ado, might have had a stinky water bottle, but we made the workout happen. I forgot to record my calves, and by forget, I mean I didn't, because I was surrounded by people, and no matter where I put the tripod, it's going to kind of get in the way of somebody. And I know people in the gym are pretty cool about it, but I just don't want to be that guy, you know? I don't want to be that guy that goes, oh, that's the guy that's hogging up 2 machines because he's got to put a tripod at one of them. I always try to record out of the way of the people. You know, be mindful of that. Why? We all have the same gym membership. What entitles me to have more usage than the other people around me? But yeah, I did do my calves, and you guys, the thing too is like, you guys don't have to trust me on that one, because why would I get a calf cramp if I didn't work on calves? That being said, I also didn't really record myself having my calf cramp because, you know, I was in agony and I was literally just sitting in the car screaming. But trust me, I did my calves today, and so should you. Calves are a very important muscle, and not even just for like the aesthetic purposes. I was making sure, you know, in like a bodybuilding context, you want to have, you know, well balanced out legs, but your calves support so much of your body weight, and like it's so important in your body. Ooh, this guy's got a wide body kit, and he's got ugly wheels though. You know what? I shouldn't be a hater. I should not be a hater. If they love their car, they should love their car just as much as, I don't know. They should love their car. I don't love it though. What was I talking about? But yeah, calves support so much of our body weight, especially when we're just walking. And we walk. We are walking creatures. We must move from A to B very often. And even if you work from home, you feel like you have a pretty sedentary lifestyle. I mean, actually, that being said though, I used to live a very, very sedentary lifestyle where I would rarely move from a computer chair for hours. And that's when I did not feel very healthy. And I know there's always going to be, you know, restrictions and stuff like that. Like some people, oh, I have to work at a desk. What what activities do you want me to do? But even if you're able to find like 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes a day to just walk around and just get your body moving, or while you're working, make sure that, every hour or so you kind of move around for a couple of minutes. I do feel like that's going to be very, very beneficial for you, because I remember when I wouldn't move a lot, just getting up from my chair was painful. And that's one of my, I shared this story a lot, but that was one of my main reasons why I even tried to start working out and in a way like fix my health goals and fitness, because I was so tired of just being in pain, of doing the slightest movements. Like I would wake up after sleep and I would wake up in pain because my lower back was even more fragile back then, and just even the slight wrong movement about it would set it aflare, and I would have a miserable day because of it. And I do rightfully think so, that physical exercise, it doesn't have to be lifting, it doesn't have to be cardio, just any sort of physical exercise that, you get your blood pumping a little bit, does do wonders for my mental health. Like, I kind of mentioned it a little bit before yesterday, but like, I feel like when I stop working out, I kind of pigeonhole myself into a more negative mindset of thinking, where, again, I know there's little bits and balances to this. I can't just be the person that forgives everything, no matter how much I've been wronged. That being said, I'm not saying that I've been wronged recently and saying like I have a grudge that I'm holding right now, but I kind of learned to forgive and forget more. And if anything, if somebody were to wrong me, I kind of start thinking about like, not just forgiveness, but just like thinking about the fact that like people make mistakes. And also, if this person is a genuinely good person, you telling them that something hurt you, they should be able to respond to that in a kind manner. And they either reflect on it and fix it, or they reflect on it and also give me, their reasoning behind it. Because it could have just been a misunderstanding too. Because that is one thing that I've always need to start remembering, is that the world isn't always so black and white, especially in communication. There could slightly just be a miscommunication, misunderstanding issue. Like I might have said something, party B, say I'm party A, right? Because my name's Andrew. Party A says something and party B gets offended by it. But party A didn't mean to make it offensive. So what could happen? Party B contacts party A and say, hey, this was hurtful the way you said it. And party A also has a choice. You could either be immature and say, dude, I didn't mean it like that. What are you, stupid? And then, of course, if you do that, more conflict will probably arise. Or you could say, hey, I really didn't mean like that. And then be sincere about it, though. Like, if you actually didn't mean it, that being said, this also makes it sound like I'm like trying to give like a seminar of how to gaslight efficiently. But no, if you are genuinely feeling like, you didn't mean it like that, you should say that. But at the same time, you should also apologize, because first of all, our words have many meanings behind it. For example, this is kind of a silly way to put it, but it's also very literal, is that, in the English language, we have there. They're all pronounced the same, but they're all different meanings, right? And it could just be simple things as like that, where you could say something that you had no malintentions, misintentions. I'm pretty sure I just made up some words right there. Bad intentions, but somebody else could construe it a different way. So always be open to interpretation, though. And that could be for both ways, for you saying something and also you receiving words. Life lessons with Andy Roquin post gym talk. But again, the reason I went on that tangent is when I work out, I feel like I'm more aware of those things. But when I don't work out, I feel like I kind of, in a way, I get into this mindset saying, almost like I start blaming others instead of blaming myself. Like me, that might be just a me personal problem. Like I'll start blaming other things for being unable to go to the gym that day. Like it could just be, the reasoning was I was lazy and I didn't want to go. But then I'll be like, oh, I had extra work that day. Oh, somebody didn't plug in the rice cooker and the rice didn't cook and I couldn't go to the gym. It's like stuff like that, right? Where I kind of get into that mindset where I start nitpicking things that do not need to be nitpicked, because in the end, who's the one making this decision? Look in the mirror. It's that person staring back at you, unless you're haunted, but then that means you have a ghost. But that if you were being haunted, I guess you could blame a lot of your problems on being haunted, but no, you shouldn't. If you're getting haunted, cue a David Goggins video running really fast, and he's just like, if you're being haunted, just tell that ghost he's a bad word, and then he'll give some motivational speech while he's running. He runs for so much, man. Also, another funny news story. My younger siblings are having their finals week in high school, And they're going to the same high school that I went to, I mean. And we would always have this thing that during finals week, somebody would always call in a bomb threat because they didn't want to take their final. And that literally became a yearly tradition where we became the bomb threat school for a while in the district. And then lo and behold, I got another email today saying, hello, they don't say friends of family of students at Beep High School. We have been called in for a bomb threat, and local law enforcement will be coming to clear out the building. Please stand by. And I was like, oh, it happened again. Thing is, if that never ever happened before, I'd be terrified if I heard that about my younger siblings saying, oh my God, their school's under a bomb threat. I hope they're safe. But with the history of my high school and how that happened every single year, and now it made a comeback somehow, I'm kind of wondering if somebody from my graduating grade had like a younger sibling, now they're doing that during their year. I don't know. Something to ponder about. I remember I was talking to my younger cousin the other day, and I said, what entails like a big city? And he said, it needs to have a Starbucks. And we live in a pretty rural community, right? And I said, we have a Starbucks. Does that mean we're in a city? And then he had a long, arduous thinking and pondering process. And he said, yeah, I'll stand by what I said. And I was like, all right, respect. But now here comes the next thing. What shall I eat post-workout? What will I fuel my body with after that intense leg day? I will say it wasn't the most intense. I do wish I was a little bit more hydrated for it, because I feel like if I were to drink like this much water, this is an imaginary value of it. Just say this is the amount of water that I normally drink during a leg day. I feel like I only drink this much today, just because I didn't have a water bottle, and drinking from the water fountain takes forever. Because again, the water pressure on those water fountains got to get cranked up a little bit. Like I want to hit that button and just get I want the Las Vegas Bellagio fountain shooting straight up into my mouth. Nothing weaker than that. I want water, and I need it now. Which makes me excited that I'm going to go home and I'm just going to find the biggest cup or mug that I have, fill that bad boy up with water, put some creatine into my mouth, and drink that water straight away. Because cramping is no fun. Maybe I'll have a banana too. I heard bananas are good for cramping, something to do with potassium or something. And there's also this interview with this Japanese baseball player. I think he plays in Canada. And the interviewer was like, so do you have any words of advice for your fellow MLB or whatever the basketball league is fans? And he's like, eat lots banana. Monkey eat banana, never cramp. And I was like, you know what? He is right. I've never seen a monkey cramp before. That being said, I've never seen a monkey either. I guess I did go to the zoo one time and I saw them from a very far away. But I don't think I've ever been close enough to a monkey to witness them cramping. My lower back does feel a little bit tender. I think it was from those last set of lighter weight squats where I really went all the way down as much as I can. Didn't do any sissy squats today. Well, I guess I don't have to. I just find them fun because they look freaky and they feel freaky on the quads especially. But legs feel sufficiently worked out today. Whew. Actually, the tiredness is starting to kick in now. I think it's a little bit of the dehydration. And also probably getting a little hungry now. So I'm thinking, I think I have some leftover Korean. The literal translation is kamjatang, which means like potato stew, but it's like pork bone potato stew that's like big, and it's got, pork ribs in it, got some potatoes. I love the potatoes in it. God, potatoes. Shout out potatoes, man. Shout out potatoes. Seems my younger siblings have arrived at the Mojo Dojo Casa House as well, so I think I shall be greeting them soon. But on that note, whoever you are, wherever you are, have a wonderful day. Remember, wash your water bottles, reach out to your friends and family and loved ones, be positive, and eat well, drink well, take your vitamins, take your creatine, floss, brush your teeth, and look at this, stinky water bottle. Whoop.